Hi audience, Parul here today again with another guest, and today I have Angelique Parvez with me, and she got something special to share with you. Hi Angelique, welcome on board.
Hi, Parul. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Okay, so before we start, I'm gonna just do a brief introduction about Angelique.
Mhm.
Angelique is a multi-award winning dance and fitness instructor. She also an university lecturer in a prestigious university focusing on business strategy. Combined with her passion for dance, she focuses on more on health, a healthy lifestyle, and she focuses on transformative dance for body and mind. And Angelique came from her own personal background, what she will share. She personally experienced a healing impact using dance. When she went through her breast cancer journey. An angelic company Dance to Inspire seek to spread the news, joy, positivity, and celebrating diverse of culture and inspire others to build confidence while maintaining a great health. So without further ado, I'm going to ask some question to Angelique to help us to learn how she used dance to save her life from breast cancer. Angelique, lovely to have you on board, and our audience always eager to learn lots of new tips and new techniques. So can you tell us briefly about why you decided to focus on dance from being a university lecturer teaching business to dance? Quite different, quite different in a way. So give us the details why you decided to focus on that.
So, welcome everyone, and thank you for having me here. So dance, oh goodness, how my I could speak forever on dance, so you might have to stop me. But I've always been passionate about dance since I was a child. My mother caught me, dancing away to John Travolta when I was about 6 or 7 years old, and decided to put me in dance classes, and that was the start of my journey. When I was younger, obviously, I still loved going for my dance classes, but then as I grew older and actually moved from India to the UK, I lost that connection with dance because I was focused on doing my career, my master's, and to be honest, I couldn't find the right dance class in the UK at that time. Bollywood didn't really exist at that time, but my background was classical dance. And so shockingly, I had about a 15-year gap where I didn't dance at all, other than at parties and discos, of course. And then I became a mom. And obviously I had that, baby fat to get rid of. And so a friend of mine suggested, oh, there's a dance class opened up nearby. Why don't we go and try it? And I thought, okay, great, sounds wonderful. So I went, and honestly, the whole passion of dance that I had as a child came flooding back. I lost weight. I felt good about myself. I found myself again. And it just relieved so much mental stress and just gave me a chance to be free and be myself and be me before I'm mom and before I'm wife and everything else. Brought that kind of me back. But it also, through my life, dance has been very much instrumental in helping me heal and, as I say, save my life, because I've been through difficult situations and I've had dance with me that still kind of gave me that strength always. For me, dance is about strength, it's about discipline, it's about passion, it's about joy. It gives me that freedom. I just can't explain it more in words. It's something you have inside of you that comes out and gives joy. And I think even the discipline part, which very much helped me while I was going through difficult times later, because dance is a discipline that I learned when I was younger. Classical dance, you build up slowly and slowly and slowly. You practice all the time. You build till you get till the next stage. You keep going. There's no excuses. Or today I don't feel like dancing, or something happened, or somebody, I'm going out today. No, dance used to be every week. We just had to be there. It was a discipline. You practiced. It was a discipline. You kept moving. I mean, I've danced through situations where I've injured my foot and I've still performed and danced because for me, I just keep going. And I think that helped me when I had my difficult times as well, to just keep going and have that, faith and confidence and that joy, even though however difficult things were around, in the darkest times, if you put on that music and just let yourself move and dance, you feel a huge power of healing within your body. And so when I discovered all of this, I thought, you know what, this is something I have to share. I have to share it with others. And yes, you're right. I am a university lecturer in business, but the joy that dance brought me and the healing and the fact that I was getting healthier in body and mind was something I thought, you know what, I have to share this with others, spread the joy, spread the health and wellness to all women especially. So that was where my purpose started.
Yeah. So just going tap onto that before we share top tips. So two things you mentioned is one, I am quite curious actually to know a bit more. So obviously you learned dance from a child, but you went to study and you become a lecturer.
Yeah.
Why you didn't become a dancer in the first place? Why you
Mm.
become a lecturer first?
Very interesting question, actually. Looking back, maybe I might change things. I don't know. Actually, no, I'm where I am because of the path we take, of course. But, I mean, coming from an Asian background, I have to say this, dance is never accepted, or arts is never accepted as a main career. As you're growing up, your parents always say, yes, first get a career, then do dance on the side. And I'm
Absolutely.
sure, and in fact, I see that with my students in my dance school as well. As they approach GCSEs and A levels, the parents take them out of the class because, now they have to focus on the studies, and then I might never see them again, basically. And it's a real shame. It is a real shame that dance and the arts are not looked upon as a strong career in the Asian community. That's for sure. And that's why I'm, trying my best where possible to spread the dance, spread the foundations, even for students and for kids, because it is so important for children. In this age of social media and tech, they're stuck with their gaming and their technology. They need physical activity, even if it's once a week. And again, like those principles I talked about, working as a team, building discipline, having that joy, having that freedom, building confidence and self-esteem when they perform on huge stages that I take them to. That is invaluable life skills, like I said, which helped me when I was going through hard times. And so that's what I give my students as well. With a very professional dance academy, we teach them the right way with experts teaching them. We then give them the best high profile shows that they go to every term. They even get dance qualifications. We are one of the only UK Bollywood companies that has been accredited to offer Bollywood qualifications. So what an amazement, right? You can get
Wow, I didn't know
qualifications.
that. Oh, that's something new to me,
Yes,
Angelique. I didn't know
qualifications for
you give
swimming,
qualification.
karate.
Excellent. That's
Yes, and
brilliant.
now for Bollywood dance, because you could get it in ballet and tap, but Bollywood was never looked upon seriously. It's that
Hmm.
fun thing that you want to do. But I've managed to make it that professional thing that you can
Hmm.
do and gain qualifications on the side. So it's a huge message to parents to, think about it differently. Even while students are going through GCSE and A levels, I always tell the parents, let them have that 1 hour of physical activity. It will de-stress their mind. Then they can go back to their revision again. Of course,
Absolutely,
not
absolutely.
during the week of exams, but leading up to it. There's no need to take a 2 year gap.
Yeah,
That doesn't help them in any way because all they have is study, 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 which makes their brain tired
absolutely,
you
absolutely.
know
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
this is the big benefit with dance for any age.
So a couple of things, yeah, I'll come back to the benefit section
Mhm.
later. Couple of things I'm gonna repeat what you said is yes, physical activity is important and dance is fun thing and it
Yes.
releases our good hormone to
Mm-hmm.
be happy, whether is a child, or as an adult is happiness. And happiness play a big role in our life, both mentally, emotionally, and physically. Another
Mhm.
thing you mentioned, as a child, from Asian background, yes, parents always want you to be a doctor or engineer, a lawyer or a solicitor, but dance is never looked upon. But dance is a form of, is an art, but art is always been disregarded.
Yeah.
But also those parents who give for dance classes, when the exam, not just exam come on, people start GCSE, they take them out, which mean that they're losing one form of activity for their mental, emotional, physical gain. So they can still keep up with that and not take them out completely. Yes, exams are definitely, because people need physical activity, and fun activity always beneficial. So thank you for sharing that. So before we go into the benefit and the top tips, I want to ask one more question, because just came from your talk. Obviously, you share publicly that you, when you had cancer, dance is the only thing that helped you, that motivated you to look forward to life and to heal. So I want to know a bit more, going into your personal journey, how dance helped you to heal.
Sure. So yes, in late 2019, I had heard the awful news that I had breast cancer, and thank you God, it was an early stage. I know not everyone, gets that kind of, positive part of cancer. So I'm very mindful of that. But yes, in 2019, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. And it was a shocking time for me. I literally said to the doctor, I can't have breast cancer. I'm a fitness instructor, which makes us laugh now, right? But it was a shocking thing for me. And I was so embarrassed to tell my customers, like, how can I get breast cancer? And here I'm running Zumba classes for them. Such a difficult time. Also, the panic of having that disease, it's built up to be such a scary word that we all get nervous about it. So I had panic attacks for the first 3 days. I couldn't leave the house. This was not like me, somebody who is quite strong. This was quite shocking for me. Till I turned myself around and I said, you know what, come on, pull yourself together. You've got to tell the kids, you've got kids to live for. And this is not the way that we're going to find any solution. 3 days later, and I thought, you know what, firstly, all of us don't live forever. How many instances have you heard of people, unfortunately, passing away on the spot? At least I have a chance to still carry on, right? So let me look at the positives. God's given me more time. Let me look at the positives and let me make my life count now. So I changed my focus of thinking. And that's what we always need to do when we are in a really difficult time or stage of life, is to look at what can you take from this and how can you turn it around as much as you can. So it started with that. Next, it was COVID. So in a way, it was lucky for me because all my classes physically closed down. But I kept them open on Zoom because obviously I hadn't told my customers yet. And so I had to carry on. And so the fact that I had to carry on was actually a great healing for me. I think if I didn't have that choice and I didn't carry on, I might have been lying in bed, feeling sorry for myself, dwelling on this negativity. Instead, I thought, okay, I'm meeting my ladies tonight for the class, or I'm meeting my kids or teenagers today. I was focused on the choreography. What am I going to do next? Getting up and doing the class. And after the class, I might lay back down and have a massage. But at least it gave me that purpose to move forward. Now, thanks to that, my healing was quicker. The doctors were really impressed because I was healing much faster. Now, the only reason I was healing much faster was because I was moving. So here we come back down to movement being the number one aspect we need in our life. Whatever movement you do, and what can be more fun than dance? You're listening to your favorite music, you're dancing away, you're learning dance, you're doing Zumba. The joy is incredible compared to, say, something else. Dance is always known to be the most fun exercise and also scientifically proven to be the most effective for mind and body health. I mean, it's scientifically proven that it generates new neural pathways in your head. People with dementia, Alzheimer's respond to music and dance. So, what more proof do we need? It's fun, it's physical activity, and it gives you mental, benefits. So, dance was bringing that to me while I was going through cancer. And because I hadn't told anyone, I kept going. And so I kept getting better. And then a year later, when I had enough strength within me, I decided to tell the community at large publicly because I just didn't feel authentic as a fitness person, a fitness instructor, to hide such a huge fitness event in my life. It just didn't seem right. And the other thing I realized is that when I was going through breast cancer, there was nobody I knew my age because nobody talks about it. It's a taboo in the Asian population. And so I thought, no, let me be there for others. Let me put this message out. Let me help people through motivation, through positivity, through being there, supporting them. And so, this was my story, which I put out, and my customers were shocked because they said, I mean, when did you have cancer? You've been dancing with us every week. And I was like, yes. And thanks to you for pulling me out of my bed and keeping my spirits up. But you see, they benefited because my purpose, suddenly I realized, when I had that anxiety the first 3 days of finding out, now everyone going through COVID had anxiety. They were sitting at home, didn't know what to do. My purpose became to keep that normality of their life. They're once a week going to the fitness class. For the kids, for my teenagers and ladies, we used to get together and have parties online. We used to play games. We used to have art and drawing classes. I mean, anything we could do. We used to celebrate festivals online. So I tried to keep that normality. I spread positivity with them, and I said, look, guys, things could be worse. You're home, you're with your family. All right, make the most of it. This day won't come back again. They'll grow up, they'll be gone to university. Use this time to spend quality time with your family. So again, it's changing our mental perspective, right? We are in COVID, it's depressing. Yes, we can sit there and be depressed and get irritated, or we can look upon it as a gift from God to be at home with our family. Of course, there are situations where it was difficult for people. I totally, again, understand that. But for my customers, I knew if I could give them some normality, some dance, some positivity, some joy, it might help them get through this difficult time. And it helped me. So because I helped them, it helped me as well.
Absolutely.
And there we
Absolutely.
go. That's the healing power of dance for me.
Yeah. I was just listening what you were saying. That's one of the things I advocate is when people stop focusing on themselves, focus on others, focus on the responsibility, you heal yourself. And that's a great example, Angelique, what you shared is because even though you first 3 days was a shocking news for you, but you had a sense of responsibility towards your customer, towards helping people, and towards the whole society. You felt the responsibility. So you came out, you share your news of being ill, a news that not many people like to share.
Yes.
And then you, because you had the sense of responsibility for your customer, you start dancing even though it was lockdown, and that helped you, that helped them. So all I want to say to the audience is, you know, illness, challenges we all go through in life. But when
Yes.
you first start focusing on others as well as yourself, you think you do, you think differently, and also you start to see things differently,
Yes.
and that brings joy to you and joy to everyone else. And uh, again, when you focus on others, you forget that you are ill, and the good hormones comes in. And and Angelique talk about having the fun. When you dance and when you have fun, you always have that good testosterone. Your hormone just boost up, and that's the time your illness disappears, because you got too much happiness in your body, yourself.
Yes.
So the disease have no space. So we're gonna ask now Angelique some top tips so that you can get some golden nuggets. So Angelique, obviously you talked about benefits of dancing. and also sharing your journey, how it helped you, dance helped you. Now, can you give us like your top tips, maybe 5 top tips, what dance can do to people on mental health, emotional health, physical health, and overall happiness, really?
Sure. So dance, as I said, and before I even start on those tips, I do want to acknowledge that I had the support of family and friends, amazing people with me, my team, and overall my faith in God as well. Because again, you need to draw down on that when you're going through a difficult time, you know. So God's given me just so much, and all I can do is, you know, use that to help others. So that's been the transformation as well for me. But yes, in terms of tips, it's to firstly, like we said, when you're going through a hard time, just try and change your mentality about it. Try and look at the positives where possible, and try and pull through, like you said, maybe focusing on others or just getting yourself to move, you know, even if you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. Just keep moving. Don't sit in negativity. That's number one. Number two, I would say dance is the best exercise for body and mind, scientifically proven. So it's not just me saying this, and my life proves it. Through my teenage years, through my childhood, through my cancer, dance has kept me strong and happy. All right. I would say try it. It is incredible. And if you would like to try it, obviously you can always contact me. There's no problem. We have online classes for everyone. You can join in from anywhere, kids, teenagers, and women as well. So come and try it. We have dance for all ages, Bollywood as well as Zumba, all cultures included. So that's another tip. I would say dance also helps you with self-confidence and self-esteem. And this is what I try and instill in my ladies' classes, my Asian women, and my teenagers who are going to get to that stage. Because again, I've realized that us Asian women, we don't put ourselves first. We put ourselves last. It's always kids, family, house, work, cooking, everything. And then your needs are always last. Now, why is that? We should be first, because if you are not well mentally and physically, you cannot help anybody else. So if you have all these dependents on you, then you should value yourself. Look after your health in body and mind. Is it any point being depressed and you've got your kids and you can't help the kids, or you've got cancer and again, you can't help anybody else. So before you get to that stage, just take those actions every day to look after yourself mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. If you can be a whole person in body and mind, look after yourself 10 minutes a day for some relaxation or mental health. 30 minutes, 40 minutes for a quick fitness class. That's all it takes. And I have people who don't even dedicate 1 hour a week for themselves, for fitness. And we are just, it's just sad because, you know, that means you're putting yourself last. You don't love yourself. On a week today, which is Valentine's week, the message is to love yourselves, women, number one. And then it's not selfish. It's actually a necessity. It's not selfish. You know, we are brought up to be of service to everyone else, but you can't be of service to everyone else if you are not well yourself. So build your health, work on it mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. So you can say every day for me, my slogan is I want to be happy and healthy. That's the most important thing in life. And then yes, be there for the others. So also lastly, with the kids, make sure they exercise, make sure they move. Teenagers need it. They should not be on social media playing games, whatever. Take them to a dance class, take them to a football club, whatever they love. Make sure you put those practices from a young age, because if physical activity or dance is part of their life from a young age, like it was for me, even though I had a 15-year gap, I went back to it. But if it's put on a back burner constantly, or never important, or never introduced, then we are going to create a whole generation of people who are going to be unhealthy in body and mind. So it is just such an important message for us all, to deal with life and to enjoy the dance joy and positivity. I mean, there can be nothing better, so that would be some of my messages from this talk, I would say, Parul.
Oh, thank you, Angelique. And I just wanted to point out few things Angelique said, and I always say that on my talk as well. One is, yes, society, whatever community come from, put women is the last kind of. You,
Yes.
you look after everybody else, and then you are the last. But we should be putting our oxygen mask first. That's the number one message we get in the plane when you try to travel. They're like, first, put your mask first, then you help your child or somebody else. Because if you can't breathe, how you can help somebody else, whether that's your own child or your family? You have to keep your oxygen mask on to breathe, then help everyone
Exactly.
else. So the great point, Angelique. So my final question to you before we share contact detail is, if you were to leave your final message, especially to those who's going through challenging time, and your big motivation is dance help you to survive and to live and to have a great life. So what would be your final message to those who may be going through challenging time?
I would say, firstly, hold on to your faith, because nothing is forever. This bad time will pass. Everything passes. This bad time will pass. Trust yourself. Find that inner strength. It's actually sometimes God gives us challenges so we can find that internal strength. So find that internal strength. Hold on to your faith. Change the way you think about the situation. Try and bring in some perspective to this situation. All of us have to go through something in life, right? That's what builds us and makes us stronger. So try and look at the positives, and look at the positives around you. Be grateful for every day. Change your perspective. Gratitude is really, really important in this life. And I think when we forget about gratitude and how precious this life is, that's when the challenges come, because God's probably reminding you, hang on a minute, have you considered all this that you have? So I would say, hold on to your faith, be strong, dig deep, be positive, look for a positivity in the future. This will pass. And last but not least, move. Look after yourself physically and mentally. And dance. Try it. If it can help, great. And obviously, we are here to help you with it. But just do anything you can to move forward. And definitely, movement is one of the key aspects for our life right now. We always sit at a job, we don't give movement enough priority. We need to either walk or dance or do some exercises, go to the gym. You can walk up and down your stairs, you can skip, you can swim. I mean, the possibilities are endless. Go play badminton. Why are there excuses? Put some time and go and do some movement. And if you want to dance, it's definitely the best medicine. So come and see me anytime.
Great. Thank you, Angelique. Great kind of points you talked about. Now, if you have two sides to your business, one is you teach, you are part of the community, you teach in the community, children, teens, and women, but you also have the other side where you actually go into corporate function. I've seen your dance in like the Mayor Festival in Trafalgar Square. So you also do corporate request. So can you tell us, and I just, before I ask that, I just want to say to my all the audience that you're going to have two videos of Angelique. One is this interview. Second one is we got a whole YouTube video where Angelique actually came and performed on my event, the Inspire Her Confidence Summit. She came, she entertained us, and she talks as well. So there will be another video you can actually watch Angelique dance and see for yourself what she got to offer. So now back to you, Angelique. So if people, whether they are corporate or whether people general public, if people want to know more about how you can help them, or people want to join your dance classes or want to join their children, can you share your link information, how people can contact you?
Yes. So, like you said, all those services are available, anything to do with dance. So, I have a Bollywood Dance Academy, like you said, a multi-award winning with classes, performances, and qualifications. We are based in East London in Ilford, but we are also open on Zoom. So anybody can join us from any part of the world. So that's the dance business, the Dance Academy. And then I do dance for wellness and fitness, which is the Zumba and, all of our services with nutrition, exercise, all of that together, which has incredible results for women, for body and mind. That's number two. And number three is, yes, the corporate performances. We do very high profile shows. Like you said, the Mayor of London, I'm one of the choreographers for the Mayor of London's Diwali event at Trafalgar Square. We're performing in a few weeks in March for Move It at Excel, which is the world's largest dance show. One of only 3 Indian companies to be invited out
Wow.
of 166.
I didn't know. That's a new news for me. Okay.
So we do a lot of performances, and then we do corporate events as well and workshops. Yes, I mean, again, for Holi next month, we are part of a big Holi event where my students will perform, and I will do a workshop for everybody to join in and dance. So yes, anything to do with dance, whether it's wellness, fitness, whether it's corporate performances, whether it's learning dance, you are absolutely welcome.
All right. Thank you, Angelique. So you are on Instagram. What's your Instagram name?
Yes, so I'm Dance to Inspire because that's what I want to do. It is using my dance and passion for dance or us as a team to inspire others. So not only do we enjoy and perform, but we always have that goal and motivation to inspire others.
Okay, so just shoot me the names. What's
Yes,
your name for Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn?
yes. So Dance to Inspire with the underscore UK for Instagram, Dance to Inspire UK for Facebook, Dance to Inspire UK for YouTube. So you can find us on all these places. And there are so many videos. You'll see my kids, you'll see my teenagers, you'll see my wonderful women performing or what they do in class. Have a look. It'll give you an
And
idea
what's your
of
LinkedIn? What's your LinkedIn?
LinkedIn is Angelique Parvez,
So your
which is
name.
my name.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my name for LinkedIn is Angelique Parvez.
And you are on TikTok as well, right?
I'm on TikTok. Again,
And
Dance to Inspire
Dance
UK.
to Inspire. Okay, so lots of Angelique link is Dance to Inspire. Apart from LinkedIn, they require people's names. So Angelique have her name, and all the link will be below this video. So I'll put Angelique bio, and you'll have all the link. So you can click the link, connect with her, and talk to her. Or if you go any queries, if you want to have a meeting, Angelique is more than happy to talk to you and see how she can help. And she's a giver. I've seen, we haven't met for a long time, but I know Angelique is always a giver. When I said, can you come and perform? She was ready to come and perform on my summit. And now we form a relationship and you're going to be seeing her more on my summit. And
Oh,
I'm
yes.
planning to do more in the future.
I
So
can't wait.
definitely, so audience, stay tuned. Please do share this video because Angelique shares some valuable information. And we want to make sure everyone get the message. Dance to heal, dance to inspire, and dance saved Angelique life. And her story is inspiring. So please do share because you never know. By sharing this video, you could actually help somebody else, whether they're your loved one, your friends or family, or somebody in the society. So we always say subscribe, share, and like our video. So stay tuned. We have more interview coming up with different topics. So bye for now. Thank you very much, Angelique, for your
Thank you,
time
Parul.
and for sharing your tools and technique and in your story really, which is a journey that you shared, and you will help lots of people to come out and seek help. So thank you
Thank
very
you,
much.
Parul. Thank you with great gratitude and thanks to you, even for the Inspire Her Summit and for the future as well. We're definitely always going to do things together. And thank you for everything and your faith in me as well. And thank you to everyone watching.